man you attract has the same storyline, different face, but the same lie. It kind of starts like a dream, but it ends with you questioning your worth over and over again. Sis, let me tell you, I get it. You're soft hearted, you're loyal, and you love hard. But you've been confusing potential with partnership. And today we're going to end that cycle because it's not just about them anymore. It's about what your energy keeps calling in. And you don't need to lower your standards. You just need to upgrade your subconscious belief about love. Let's talk about why toxic love feels familiar and why real loves feel boring when you use to chaos and has to break the patterns for good. Hey, Glow Up Gang, it's your girl Zaria, and welcome back to your favorite space on the internet for self development, healing, and becoming the best version of yourself. If you ever thought, why do I keep attracting this same man, emotionally unavailable men? Or why does real love feel out of reach for me? Then, baby, this video is definitely for you, and we're going to break this down once and for all. This isn't just about cutting men's off. It's about becoming so healed and so aligned and rooted in your self worth that those men don't even recognize you anymore. So go ahead and grab your journal, grab your favorite beverage, and get comfortable because we're going to dive deep into this. And make sure you stay around to the end because I'm dropping a powerful glow up tip that's going to shift the way you look at love, and it's going to shift your love life instantly. Now let's talk, why do we keep attracting toxic men? And take it from me, I've been there, but I am so in tune with myself and I so learned to love myself that these types of men don't even look at me anymore. And you know what? I am so good with that. We're going to start with the uncomfortable truth. You're not attracting the same man by accident. You're attracting the same wound in a different body. It's the same man, but it's a different face. And this happened for a few couple reasons that I want to break it down to you. Make sure you're taking notes because we're going to fix this and we're going to call in that real love. Number one reason, you have an unhealed attachment wound. And many of us has this. Many of us grew up learning that love equals pain and consistency or just having someone affection. So we subconsciously seek out partners that make us prove our worth. That's not chemistry, that's just trauma bonding. This is the common pattern in emotional available relationships. Because, see, when you're healing from toxic relationships, your body is going to crave chaos before it feels familiar. Number two, you have a low self concept in love. It's not just about having confidence in your looks, it's about what you believe you're worthy of receiving. You may be the boss in your career and you may be glowing on Instagram and you may be a master at manifesting money. But if deep down you believe that real love isn't for you, you're going to always attract those type of men. And you're going to always attract men who prove that that belief is right. Number three, energetic repetition. I love to tell you, once your subconscious is impressed, it must express. Whatever your subconscious accepts as truth, it will repeat it. And until you rewire that programming, you're going to continue to attract men who trigger your childhood abandonment wounds or fear of not being enough. The moment that changed things for me, because this was me, I was attracting these types of men over and over. And I was like, you know what? This is not love. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story about what turned around for me. I remember like being on the phone with the man who I knew didn't value me. He was texting back late. He only wanted to see me on his terms, never asked how I was doing, never wanted to take me out anywhere. I mean, just never really doing anything for me. But when I pulled back, guess what he started doing? He started love bombing. And I almost gave into that until I had to ask myself, why do I feel butterflies when I'm being mistreated, but bored when I'm respected? The question shifted everything for me. I realized I had confused anxiety with love. And I knew I had to do the inner work, not just journal, not just cry about it, But I had to recode my self concept and I had to raise my standards to match the version of me that I wanted to become. But we're going to break those cycles and we're going to start calling in real love because let me tell you something. Toxic relationship will put a strain on you mentally, emotionally, and physically. So we're going to break those cycles and I'm going to break it down step by step so you can start attracting love that's actually safe, that's passionate, and that's mutual for you. Number one, you want to audit your patterns. You want to journal about the last three people you dated. Like, really journal about those last three people. Then you want to pick out what are the similarities in how they treated you. Then you want to do what did you ignore in the beginning? As women, we all see the red flags, but like most of us, we stick around because we try to ignore those red flags. We try to pretend like we don't see them and we don't really listen to our emotions, our our intuition. We normally attract unemotional, unavailable men, and they're just toxic. And we think that's love when it's not. If that man start calling us 15, 16 times a day, we start to smile thinking that that's love. That's not love. Because the reason why he's probably calling because you either pull back or you done cut him loose or you mad with him, that's not love. He knows that if he does that, that he knows that he can get you that way. And we have to start recognizing our worth. Next thing you need to do is you need to rewire your self concept in love. And you need to start telling yourself that you're the kind of woman who attract emotional, available, secure, and loving partners. You need to repeat that to yourself daily, over and over. Write it down in your journal because your love isn't based on luck, it's based on your identity. What you believe becomes your standards. And then you need to heal the version of you that chose them. Don't just be mad at them. You have to forgive yourself for the version of you who didn't know better. That version of you was only doing the best with what you knew. But to heal you, you're completely different. We have to go back and heal that inner child healing. Maybe growing up, you seen your parents fight. Maybe your mom or dad wasn't in your life, and we have to go back and heal those things, and we have to detach from those toxic relationships. And you got to learn to forgive yourself because you was only doing what you know. But now that you know that you could call in the type of love that you want and the type of love that you desire, you can heal all of those wounds. I mean, is it going to be hard? Yes, it is. You're going to have your ups and down moments. But in the end, it would be worth it because you would be a healed version and you won't be attracting toxic, low life men. You got to know that you deserve more in life. You have to embody that your new love identity. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to write a love letter to yourself. I want you to write this love letter as you have already met the love of your life. And I want you to describe in that love letter how do they treat you, how safe you feel, how love found you, and how easy love finally feels. This is more than manifestation. This is about aligning your worth and your value to what you know that you deserve. Remember that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you allow. So start saying no to things that don't align with who you're becoming. Not because you're mean, but because you love yourself. And when you say no, don't feel guilty about it because I know me. Back then, like if I would tell people no, I would feel so guilty. But no, it's okay to tell people no. And you have to start doing that. You have to start telling people no because you know that you deserve a whole lot more than what you get. And let me tell you guys, if you're the type that you are attracted, you may attract that toxic relationship. I know, I get it. I have done that too. I mean, but I had to realize that I'm worthy of to be in love. I'm worthy of that. I am so worthy, and so are you. You're worthy of having a love that feels like a fairy tale. You are so worthy of that. But I'm gonna tell you about a client of mine. Um, she didn't mind that I share her name. Her name is Amaria. She kept ending up with emotional unavailable men. And every relationship started like a fairy tale and ended in ghosting, betrayal, or heartbreak. She came to me in tears one day and she was like, Zaria, why do I only attract men who hurt me? What's wrong with me? And here's what I had to tell her. And I told her that she's not broken. It's just her subconscious mind is running a script. And until you rewrite that, you're going to keep replaying the same movie over and over again. I'm going to break this down for you guys. Your subconscious blueprint, that love was shaped it in childhood. So maybe you need to go back to your childhood and see how things was when you was growing up. Journal about that. Were you taught that love equals like chaos or criticism or inconsistency? And do you crave validation because you never felt fully seen? Till you become subconscious of the script, you will keep seeking familiar pain because it feels like home to you. But here's the magic. You could change that. The moment you bring awareness to it, you gain the power to change it. And you got to rewrite your story. You got to rewrite your love story. Me and Amari, we worked on like deeper inner healing. She started journaling affirmations such as I am worthy of a steady, safe love. I released the need to prove my worth to anyone. And she began visualizing herself already in a healthy, stable relationship. She visualized herself being in that relationship. And she visualized herself not chasing and not proving, but receiving that love. Remember, y'all, the energy that you send out is the energy that you will call back. And you got to raise your standards. You got to raise your standards when you're dating. Don't just date someone because you don't want to be alone. Let me tell you, it's okay for your phone to be dry. It's okay. That means you have standards. That means you have started to recognize your worth. When you truly raise your standards, just know you're going to lose people. And that is perfectly okay. Amari, she stopped entertaining guys who only text her late at night, and she walked away from men who couldn't communicate their feelings. At first, she did feel lonely, but over time, she realized that she was making space for the right person to come in. So let me ask you a question. Where in your life are you still accepting crumbs because you're afraid of the full meal that it'll never come? I want you to write that down. Where in your life are you still accepting crumbs because you're afraid the full meal will never come? And write it down and make sure you own it. And tell yourself that you're no longer available for half love. They're either going to love you fully or they got to go. Okay? Stop repeating those toxic cycles. And remember that my favorite word now is the word no. That is one of my favorite words because you got to know that every time you say no to something beneath your worth, you say yes and you will allow God to send you something better. You can start practicing like small boundaries that you can set up daily. Say no to those late nights, what you do in text. Say no to situationships that's not processing. Say no to anyone who doesn't see your magic. And the more you practice this, the stronger your self love will get. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one pattern you're done repeating in love? And I want you to drop it in the comment and say these exact words. I release, put what you release, and I receive real love. Let's affirm that together because listen to me. That real love that you desire, that fairy tale love is coming. I promise you it's coming. But first, you got to get rid of all that toxic bullshit and you got to allow yourself to heal from what broke you. Forgive yourself, forgive others. I mean, you can forgive them, but that don't mean you got to speak to their ass anymore. That's my favorite thing. I will forgive you, but I will deny all your access to me because I know that I'm a good hearted person. And if you're listening to my voice, you're probably a good hearted person as well. You pour into people. But it's time for us to stop doing that. It's time for us to have the love that we desire. Just know that it's out here. It is men's and women's out here that would treat you like the king and queen that you are. Trust me, take it from me. I know firsthand. So if this video hit home for you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your bestie. And make sure you subscribe if you're on your healing and hot girls energy journey. And I love to give you your glow up tip of the week. Remember, you don't chase love, you align with it. Love doesn't require you convincing because when you're healed, you realize that the kind of love that's for you will recognize you without the struggle. And here's a journal prompt that you can use What does a love without chaos feel like to me? And the thing is, a lot of us don't understand or don't know what a love feels like without chaos because we always attracted to that toxic love. You have to say these things until your subconscious believe in it. You don't have to struggle with love. All right, if this video made you feel seen, wait till the next one because in my next video, we're going to get into it as well. Okay, so make sure you subscribe, stay close, and remember that the woman you becoming doesn't chase, she attracts. I love you guys. I see you, and just know you're not doing this alone. We are doing this journey together. Make sure you keep glowing, keep growing, and keep becoming her. Until the next video.